What's going on? Welcome back to Financial Journey. So today I want to talk to you about the top 5 most heavily shorted EV stocks in the market as of right now. So I want to go over all the things that you need to know, but first make sure to hit that thumbs up, and with that, let's get right to it. So starting off, I'm going to give a bonus one only because on this channel I do have a lot of individuals that follow NIO, and NIO does come in position number 7 though for this week, sitting at $4.26, did go up 2.39% on Wednesday. Over the last 1 year though, it is down 28.43%. So I think EVs, both American and Chinese, have been getting kicked around quite a lot, but that potentially is adding a lot of good value to them. And so essentially, if there is tides do turn, this is where you could see very nice pushes higher, and shorts might be in a predicament where they have to return. So again, that's kind of some things that you need to be aware of. But as far as this, 12.06% of the free float is being shorted, works out to be 161.03 million shares overall are being shorted. Short score, so the higher the number, the higher the likelihood of a squeeze happening, is sitting at 77.06. This is the change from Tuesday. So shorts did return 807,000 shares on Tuesday. Cost to borrow average 2.95, and today was rather abnormal because shorts have been getting in over the last roughly 2 something weeks, ever since the low was 10.92% of the free float. DTC is 3.17, so definitely the higher the number for that, the potential higher for the squeeze. So just something again to kind of be aware of. And then through IBKR does indicate around 950,000 shares is available to be shorted. So sometimes whenever you see stocks limited supply, you might see some corresponding buying from big players such as BlackRock, Vanguard, and whatever else, as they like to take advantage of cost to borrow. So sometimes that does occur. So this is stock number, or I guess the bonus, stock number 7, if that makes sense. Moving on to stock number 5, you have Lucid. Currently sitting at $2.67, did go down 6.64% over the last 1 year, down 5.65%, and then over the last 5 days since Trump, down 16.17%. So definitely getting kicked around quite a lot. 19.1% of the free float is being shorted, works out to be 227.61 million shares overall are being shorted. Shorts did increase 3.31 million shares, utilization 74.19, and then cost to borrow average is 1.07. But sometimes when you see the cost to borrow minimum, that is kind of a broker's way of incentivizing buying, because that is an annual rate, not a daily rate. So they're making it very, very cheap to short Lucid. So again, that might be some sign of manipulation behind the scenes, but there is in excess of 10 million shares available to be shorted. So you won't see any corresponding buying because of this. Moving on to stock number 4, you do have good old Rivian. So currently sitting at $12.69, did go down 4.51% on Wednesday over the last 1 year, down 20.84%. And similar to Lucid, over the last 5 days, down 15.54. It is slightly ahead of Lucid, so 19.41% of the free float is being shorted. Works out to be 144.43 million shares. Unlike Lucid, though, you did have shorts returning some shares today. So Wednesday, 166,000, cost to borrow average 1.06, and then utilization 54.01. Shorts, though, have been definitely over the last little bit been getting back in since a low of 17.89%. So they have been starting to get back in, as you can kind of see right there. And then through IBKR does indicate around 2 million shares is available to be shorted. So you might not see some corresponding buying because of that. Moving on to stock number 3, Workhorse. Currently sitting at 62 cents, did go down 6.61% Wednesday. Over the last 1 year, down 89.93, and then over the last 5 days, similarly down roughly around 15%. I think Workhorse, they've been getting kicked around prior to even Trump coming in. So I think a lot of stocks over the next couple of years, you will be seeing a lot of acquisitions, and regrettably, a lot of companies going belly up or just continuing the whole reverse stock split route. So that again is something just to keep in mind. As far as reverse stock splits, on a side note, they have done 3, one in 2010, one in 2015, and another in 2024. So most recently a 1 for 20. But We're here because of this. So 21.65% of the free float is being shorted. Works out to be 8.11 million shares overall are being shorted. Shorts increased 230,000 shares on Wednesday. Cost to borrow average is a little bit higher than the other stocks, 15.68, and then utilization 54.51. Through IBKR does indicate roughly around 100,000 shares is available to be shorted. And this is kind of what I'm talking about. Whenever it does get limited supply, such as 5,000, you see some entities just buying, let's say, a couple 100,000 shares just to, again, lend out and then take advantage of the cost to borrow. So I think BlackRock makes a very good profitable business out of that. So I know our Vanguard as well. So definitely something just to keep in mind. Moving on to stock number 2, you have Faraday Future sitting at $1.42, down 3.4%. over on Wednesday. Over the last 1 year, down 91.96, and then over the last 5 days, down roughly about 10%. So it has fared a little bit better than the others, for instance. But short score is 77.15, 33.78% of the free float is being shorted. Works out to be 14.78 million shares overall are being shorted. Shorts returned roughly around 500,000 shares. Cost to borrow average is a little bit higher than the others, like I said, so 22.28%. And then just to look at through IBKR, does indicate around 800,000 shares is available to be shorted. On a side note, any company diluting or that you believe to be diluting, they just haven't submitted any SEC filings to really justify that or prove it. This number could be a little bit lower if dilution is occurring, right? Because it's just formulas, outstanding share count going higher, this number would be lower. So just be kind of aware of that. And then moving on to stock number 1, the most heavily shorted EV in the market right now is Mullen, sitting at 41 cents, down 2.95% over the last 1 year, down 99.95%. And then over the last 5 days, kind of in line with Lucid and whatever else, down around 15%. But we are here because of this. So 44.05% of the free float is being shorted. So definitely very high stuff. 3.89% million shares overall are being shorted. Cost of borrow average 204.79%. That is a annual rate, again, not a daily rate. And then short score is 78.79. Through IBKR does indicate roughly around 500,000 shares is available to be shorted. So let me know your viewpoint on these. Do you own any of them? Is there any other EVs that you feel are a squeeze stock or a squeeze play? And if so, throw the tickers in the description below. A couple of additional things I do want to share with you. I did launch a Patreon roughly around a month and a half ago, and in that time period, I've had stocks that have doubled, quadrupled. The same goes for crypto. So I give buy signals on stocks, options, and crypto. Definitely worthwhile to pop over there and take a look. I'll put that in the description below and also the comments. And then one final thing, I did launch or trying this new AI thumbnail. So what is your viewpoint on that thumbnail? Is it good? Do you like the old school one? I don't know. It's interesting. Figured I might as well try it out. So get your 2 cents on it, and yeah, what's your thoughts on all that? Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. And with all that, appreciate all of you watching.